If we were cutting a swath through the Amazon, what would leadership be? What would management be?
Jim's been very effective in terms of how he presents the new thinking.
Oh yes, Jim's speech was extremely motivational.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had an opportunity to see a number of these types of industry speakers, and I think Jim adds a tremendously refreshing approach. His storytelling and the real-life examples that he uses to get the message across are really terrific. I think it keeps the audience involved, and it was really, really intriguing. I learned a lot.
See, a paradigm is really the way we see the situation. We filter all our information through our paradigms. They influence or govern all our behavior. The way we see the situation determines how we behave.
Yeah, I found Jim Harris's speech very helpful, giving new insights as to how we can assist our customers and have a paradigm shift in our own organization and the services we render.
I've never really understood the word paradigm until he explained it so clearly with the cookie episode in England. And I thought that was excellent.
It is extremely refreshing to find someone who thinks in the new paradigm. Businesses have to change, the old methods don't work. This is great.
See, our customers often will have a paradigm of what they want and don't want. I was talking to one group of executives, and one of them had been surveyed here in Ontario around the Sunday shopping laws. And when the survey firm, like Environics or Decima, called him and polled him, he said, "There is no way I want shopping on Sunday." You know, now that there is Sunday shopping, he told me, honestly, that's the only time I shop.
What a wonderful speaker he is. He's dynamic, magnificent. He can really keep and captivate an audience.
His speech today was amazing, and I'm going away with some new thoughts on how I'm going to do things.
My audiences are my best teachers. A guy comes up to me at the end and says, "I was just at a seminar 2 days ago, and they were talking about Walmart, and the store manager had done a random query on his database." You know, we talk about data warehousing. Had done a random correlation, what's correlating with other things. And he found that there was a big spike around 6 p.m. in the sale of Pampers and Budweiser. So, I mean, this is some random association. So the manager then begins to think, why is there a correlation between Bud and Pampers? Well, let's take some imaginary scenarios. The wife's at home with the kids, and around 5:30 she calls up and says, "Honey, will you bring home some Pampers?" "Oh, yes, dear, I'd love to. Yeah, I'll be right home." Goes over to Walmart, buys the Pampers, and says, "What do I want for myself?" "Bud, yes, Bud." And he has to walk 17 aisles through 3,000 square feet over to the Bud display and get his Bud. So the store manager thinks, why don't we make it easy for him? Put the facings on the same aisle. Huge rack of Pampers, huge stack of Bud. Oh, Pampers Bud.
He's just been very terrific to work with, a very smart, witty, fun guy.
Jim's speech was motivating to me. As of hearing other people such as Les Brown and some other formidable speakers, he was really, really good. And for a Canadian, he did a damn good job.
There are only 3 things in my mind that create security. The first is learning. The second is changing. And the third is living amid uncertainty. And what do we fear most as adults? Learning, changing, and coping with and living amid uncertainty. That is what we fear most. And so I call it the learning paradox. Our security is based on what we fear most.
There is so much meat in this presentation, plus you'll be excited about the sizzle.
And Jim Harris was a wonderful, refreshing change. He's realistic, he's fun, he's informative, people just love him. There's not a nicer person in the industry to work with. He's a brilliant speaker, and everybody just adores him. He's able to present to any level of management, from very senior to middle management, and he touches a real core in all of them. So we're delighted to recommend Jim for any kind of senior function. And he's a real dessert freak, so you have to keep him away from the sweets.
Would you come and listen to Jim again in a presentation?
Yes, I think I would. In fact, I kind of follow him around because I'm his mother.
Good.